ones that okay, sorry, I had to tell kids to leave, but okay, so let's pray. Dear God, thank you so much for this incredible, incredible team. A lot of them are dealing with sickness or traveling and just trying to get things done and errands and everything. And we are just so grateful that they came here. We pray for a covering right now over them, for their health, for their finances, for everything that is weighing them down maybe right now. We just pray for that to be lifted. We pray for them to feel their best. We pray for them to feel the excitement of August as it is here and all the things that we have coming. And we just cannot wait to see all of the rain that you're about to downpour. I feel it, God, and I just cannot wait to see this team rise. And so thank you, God, for everything that you're doing in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. Oh, I forgot one more person I need to tell. But what I'm going to talk about first is leadership excellence. So when you become a Jewel for the very first time, you get all kinds of perks, you guys. One of them is going to this exclusive training. And so I had already gone when I went in 2019, but they opened it up because I'm in the Genevieve's coaching. She opened it up for all of us again to go. And at first it was like, you have to pay your way and everything. And I just was like, I just I can't make that happen. There's just no way. But I felt in my core that I needed to be there. And I'm telling you guys, God makes a way in any situation, and he totally made a way. My phone was blowing up that day when apparently Genevieve said on the call that she was covering every single person in her coaching to go. So when I say it was a God thing, it was a God thing. And so when you know deep down that God will make a way, he does. And so he always does. You just have to stay patient and diligent and know that you're doing his work and doing exactly what is needed. Guys, leave, please. Thank you. And so leadership excellence, I got to hear from Christina Williams, which is incredible. I sat with her. I literally sat with her with my very first one beside her at the table. There was only like 30 of us. There was 160 at this one. So it was completely different, all new material, everything. And what was awesome is I heard from Robin Sullivan. Robin Sullivan, if you don't follow her as well, she is an incredible woman. She stayed and I need y'all to hear this. She stayed at Emerald for 4.5 years, did not grow, nothing. So if you're at gold or silver, whatever, and you're there for 4.5 years, a lot of it is things that you still need to learn. And so this things that you need to grow from. And that's where she was at. But she stayed that way knowing God had a purpose in everything in her life. And I believe her numbers were like, let's just say she was under 1,500. And then she went to 12,000 points in less than 6 months. 12,000 points. So that's 1,500 to 12,000 points. So she was stagnant for 4.5 years and then grew to that. So I got to hear from her. And a lot of hers was she started doing the hard things and it was coaching her team individually. She's like, I coached every single person, but I had to tell them the hard things that I was avoiding. And I was like, oh, girl, you're preaching to the choir. Okay, got this. And so that's the thing is she poured into us in the fact that how good coaching is key. And you have to tell people in love the things that they need to hear, because not telling them is not love. And I was like, oh, the other thing, she made great quotes. She was like the quote queen. And one of my favorites was, she said, trying is lying. And I was like, wait, what? Trying is lying? Holy smokes. And it's so true. Like a lot of the times, like, well, I'll try to come, or I'll try to do that, or, oh, I'll try to post, or I'll try to whatever, right? Trying is lying because you've already made an excuse in your head that it's not going to happen, or it's a maybe. And powerful quotes. The other, she said, if right now, if your life looked the exact same 5 years from now, how would you feel about that? If it was the exact same, tell me right now. If it was the exact same or where you at right now, how would you feel about that? This was another Robin Sullivan.
Disappointed.
Let me see, chat. I would feel frustrated and disappointed. That's Ashley.
Hopeless.
Yeah. I would feel a lot of the same ways of like, wait, what? Like in 5 years, I want to be here. I want to be all these other places. And it was powerful to see, like, really sit in the moment and sit like where you're at right now. Okay, what do you need to do then in the next 5 years to not sit where you're at now? Because you can't keep doing the same things, right? If we keep doing the same things, we're getting, like you hear, you get the same results. It's true. If you're not finding what's holding you back, that is always going to hold you back. And so the one thing that Christina Williams talked about, I think, no, one of them, sometimes it becomes a blur. So when you are a renter in a home, who do you call when something's wrong?
Your landlord.
Your landlord,
Landlord.
right? Okay. Now, if you own a house, who do you call?
Your dad.
My husband.
I mean, true. Those can happen, but technically, if it's your home, who do you call? Right? It was powerful. Yes, usually my husband but it's a partnership, right? If it's not you, it's your husband, like, okay, honey, the laundry or whatever, right? And it was such an eye opener in the fact that, like, when you rent a home, if you're renting your business, you're always going to look to other people to do your dirty work. Right? If you own your home, which means you own your business and you own the leaks that are happening, you own the problems that you're going to start solving. And I was like, say what? It was right. You have to own your own business, not wait for me, not wait for Carissa, not wait for whoever else. You are the owner of your own home. You can be a landlord, but that's only going to keep you where you're at if you keep renting people your own space and you're allowing other people to keep renting with you. So these are the nuggets I'm going to keep sharing. So it's Christina Williams and then Kyle Rainey. The one, I just loved how vulnerable they were. They were extremely vulnerable in their business. Even Christina, she came up there and she got a report of where her retention was. And because her coach was there, it was Nick Clark. She's like, well, I just found out, you guys, that I have extremely leak in my business. And she said, our retention is horrible lately. And so whose job is that? And she said, it's mine. I'm the owner of my business and figuring out what is going wrong. And I thought that was powerful to hear from even her, that she owned it on the stage. And she said, you guys, there's a leak in my business. We have a horrible retention rate the last 30 days, 60 days. So I've got to find this leak and figure that out. So then I'm like, I look at Chris, my coach at the back. I'm like, I need a report. Give me a report right now. So he did. And we have a leak in our retention too. And so we're going to talk about that tonight, and the fact that when we're signing people, and I know a lot of you guys know this, but it's always good to remember to hear it. When we're signing people, do not sign them if they are not committed. Like, and I almost tell people, like, if Christy's signing up and I'm like, if you can't give me a good 90 days, then these aren't the products for you. And I'm not the right coach for you then. Like, it's not worth your time and your money to give up. And I don't want Plexus to be something that then you go share with your friends and family that it didn't work either because you weren't consistent or you wouldn't give it a chance. And I know that's harsh, you guys, but think of it like a gym coach. If we're not setting up that expectation in the beginning because we're trying to hit a rank or we're trying to hit one more order or, oh my gosh, I want that cross bag, I have one more thing. If we're not setting those expectations up front with people as we're signing them, they're going to quit, and they will quit quickly. And then they're going to be like, see, Plexus was another thing that didn't work either for me. And so set those hard expectations with every single person you join and have them join your business because you are their coach. You have to give that, that explanation to them before they stop month 2, month 3, and whatever. And then they're like, oh, well, see, I gave it 30 days and you told me. I'm like, well, yeah, you're going through detox right now. Remember when we first talked and I said that you might go through some detox, but it's a good thing. And Hannah always says it incredible. Detox is a great thing. If you're already telling your people right now that detox is a great thing, again, you're setting them up for success by letting them know that is an expectation that's coming. Detox has to get your body out. Like, you've got to get it out to start feeling your best. And so setting your people up front on that and telling them everything. Like I asked in our leader thread, and Samantha, you started it. I said, what's the one thing we should be telling every single person as they're joining? And it starts with something like, I don't know if this is for you or not, but I never want finances to get in the way of your health journey. What's the next? Who remembers this conversation? It can go any way. You can make it sound however you want, but it's the same conversation. Anybody? No? Yes? Michelle's like,
Something like Plexus gives an opportunity to get all of your things paid for, or some kind of spiel with fancy words.
you're good. It's okay. You're doing great. So it is pretty much like, all right, Samantha, I know that you're just getting started, and most people quit because of finances. And I never want finances to get in the way of your health journey. If that is something, I don't know if it's for you or not, but if that is something that you would love to have a conversation about, I would love to have that with you. And leaving that, because you're planting that seed of allowing them to know that that opportunity is there. And you could also just say like, and there is an opportunity for more. Like, you don't have to just say, get your products paid for. You could even say, and more, you know, if that's an open door that you would love to have a conversation about, I would love to do that with you. Setting that up at the beginning, you know, let them know about Pivotal and all, I mean, the things that I don't think we're truly aware of that Plexus gives us for free. I mean, think of it. And, you know, I wrote it down. Genevieve was talking about it, and she said, we have convention yearly that is like dirt cheap. We don't think about that. We're like, oh my gosh. But for some of us old people, we're like, wow, it raised $50 or whatever. We're like, I see conferences on my Facebook for other people and that aren't having John Maxwell and whatever come. And they're like 12 grand to come to get your ticket to go to this thing. Ours is 125, 150, 175. And I'm like, we're cheapening it. And the other thing that we're doing, we're getting $10 codes, right? Every single month now, which is, well, I don't know if it's going to continue, but right now we have it again this month. Don't cheapen our products, because next month, when you're offering another code on top of what Plexus is already offering, and then they're like, whoa, wait, it's $130. Why? It was $99. Like, well, what just happened? I can't afford $30 more. Yes, they can, but you've cheapened it so much. They don't have the expectation of it being good quality products at a great price. That is $4.16 a day. Like I checked it, like $4.16 a day. People go spend more than that every single day on stupid stuff. And so, no, set and when people are like, oh my gosh, it costs so much, break it down to them what the daily cost is. Like, oh man, you know, I thought the same thing, but when I broke it down to $4 a day, I was like, wow, that is actually inexpensive. And thankfully, these are quality products that I'm not getting at Walmart that I know that aren't going to work for my body. Like, do you not like expensive things that are at a good cost? Like I do. So leverage every single thing and set up expectations as people get started, because we have to hit this retention, you guys. Our retention is not great right now. And so every single person, you can go back to these people. Don't feel like, well, I've already, like, I can't, you know, she's already signed up a month ago. Like, guess what? Hey, you know, hey, Ashley, I know that you joined last month and I am so excited for your journey, but I missed out on a couple of things that I wanted to share with you. And a lot of that was that these products aren't a quick fix. And I want to make sure that you understand that. And you know that you have to give these products a good 90 days to feel your best. You might be experiencing detox soon. So know that that's coming, and that's a good thing. Like, go back. If you have to go back, go back. Don't be scared about it. When you have confidence and energy, just like Carissa said on the call, when you have confidence and energy, it shows. And if you have to borrow it from somebody else, go borrow it. Like, watch a quick video right beforehand to get you pumped up, and then share that message with them. Sometimes we have to borrow it from other people when we're not feeling it. And so I get that. And then asking for them to post, like, I double dog dare you, Christy. Like, you just told me you lost over 50 pounds. Like, I double dog dare you to go share that. Like, post it and tag me in it. You know, like, double dog dare people. You never know. Like, and say, hey, would you post a review about what you're loving about these products right now and just tag me in it? I think that sometimes we're shying away from something so simple. I
don't mean to interrupt you on that, but I want to add to that, because I feel like it's an objection that I give them, is that when I go to ask them to share, I'm like, oh, they're not going to want to do this. They're not going to want other people. If they would have wanted it, they would have already had it. And I go through all the objections for them and give it to them. And I realized that the other day, and I was like, why am I taking this opportunity away from myself and choosing for them? So I just wanted to share that.
Oh, and objections are going to come, you guys. And I guarantee you've already had several. The objections come. The thing is you have to tackle them and not be afraid of them. You're going to get people, well, my husband won't let me. Oh man, tell me more. Like ask, like figure it out, because you never know that husband might not just understand what these products or company is and be like, oh my gosh, did you realize? Like if he's like, oh, I think it's Pyramid Scheme. Oh man, we actually have the best business bureau points or ratings ever. Would you like me to send that to him so he can feel better about that? Or maybe what if I talk to him? Like tackle the objections, because if you don't tackle them, somebody else will with another company. They will go to another company and you'll have your Diamond Debbie with somebody else because you weren't able to tackle their objections right up front. That was another thing Christina said. And she's like, do you want to have a Silver Sally, where it's like they see silver and they keep coming to the calls, but they don't do anything else? And it's because a lot of the times you haven't helped get them going or you haven't followed up with them enough. She said, you want to find a Diamond Debbie. Diamond Debbie is because you followed up with that girl for over a year because you knew if you quit following up with her, she was going to go somewhere else. Know that sometimes your diamond is in the follow-up, but it takes a long time for them to see what you see in them. I mean, I know for me, I had to be followed up for like 5 years. So know that sometimes it takes longer. Julia was 6 for me. So you just have to continually follow up with those people or somebody else will. And so I always continually go back to people. And one of the questions in our leadership excellence was one lady was like, how do you follow back up with them? And I'm like, really? I don't realize most people don't understand what that looks like. And it might be like, oh my gosh, Hannah, this testimony stood out to me. I had to send this to you. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Just know that I'm excited. And I know that one day you're going to do this with me. I'm just going to wait right here for you. You send a testimony like, oh my goodness. I just saw this opportunity or this prayer, whatever, like what was it? Kingdom. Jessica Heffley did a Kingdom call a long time ago. I saw, and if let's say this lady loves the Lord extremely, and that she's a believer. I just saw this incredible opportunity video that I know that it's going to touch your heart because God was brought up more than ever. And I want you to see what this company and our team does and how we're so different. Can't wait to hear your hear your thoughts. Or, hey, I'm just thinking of you. I'm just praying for you. Is there anything I can pray for? Like you're literally just touching with them all the time. Hey, I just saw it was your birthday. What'd you do? Was there anything fun or anything cool that you did? Like continually touching. Don't give up on your Diamond Debbie because somebody else will find your Diamond Debbie. This one, our first thought is not always our right thought. The one thing that stood out to me, so we did emotional intelligence training. What usually stops us when we're trying to grow, we're trying to learn, we're trying to move forward? What usually stops us? This thing right here, right? This thing stops us all the time. And the one thing that I loved, there was an acronym, it's called STOP. And it says, 1, before you're tempted to react, you have to stop. Stop is S. Are these emotions serving me? So any kind of emotion that you're creating, you stop yourself and be like, wait. Are these emotions serving me? Like, is this true? Like, is this serving me right now? The T, are these thoughts true? Are these thoughts true? So 1, you have to go like, are these serving me? And are these true? Are these emotions that I'm reacting with or feeling, are they true? The O is, am I overreacting? Most women do. Hello. Am I overreacting? Yes. Most time, yes. And then the last one for the P is, where is the proof that this thought is true? Where's the proof that this thought is true? So I'm going to give you some examples like, man, I'm just not, there's no way I'm not in this. This is not for me. I'm not good at this. I can't be a leader. There's no way I can do this. Are these emotions serving me? No. Are they true? Probably not. Am I overreacting? Yes, because maybe I had my Diamond Debbie tell me no yet again, or I didn't hit my rank, or I didn't hit my goals that I wanted. And so I'm now overreacting because my emotions got in the way. Is there proof that this is true? No, because I haven't hit my goals yet. So there's no proof, right? this was like the best acronym for me. I mean, this is why we're continual learners, right? We're continually learning new things. And this was huge for me. So anytime that I'm feeling something, I can go back to this. It's like, is this serving me? Is it true? Am I overreacting? And is there proof in it? Is there proof for my overreaction? And I had to stop myself in Arizona because I got a message and I started reacting to it. And I had to stop myself and ask all of these questions. I was like, okay, Cassie, I need to go through my own training I just learned. And it did. I stopped myself. And so you guys, this is for anything, life. This is not just business. You can use that acronym for everything. Even your kids, like think of it, the things that your kids are overreacting, like, hey, honey, okay, let's work through this. Are these helping you, these emotions that you're going through? I mean, God created emotions, but is this really good for you? And then like walk through those things. Having self-awareness, having self-management, having relationship management, and having social awareness. These were the emotional intelligence of like what I know and what I do with them. So I'll try to send some screenshots the best I can for this, but this book is long. Like you have to think it was intense training for 3 days and we barely had breaks, but it was incredible. Oh, I highlighted this one. If you had to rehire yourself as a leader right now, would you? I was like, what? And so Kyle Rainey said that he got fired one day. The guy pulled him into his office. He's like, you're fired. And he's like, wait, what? I have 8 children. Like, well, you just fired me. And he's like, you're fired. So he's like, okay, well, great. So he walked out the door and he's like, hang on, come back. So he came back, sat back down. He's like, if you could change things, what would you change right now? As a leader in what you do in our company, what would you change? And so Kyle was like, he explained, what he would change. He's like, okay, you're rehired. He had to change his thinking because where he was staying was not where he needed to go. And so his boss literally fired him to rehire him because he wanted him to see that he had more growth in him instead of staying here and being happy with just here. And some people will. In your organization, you will have people that just want to stay silver. That's okay. And Kyle said those are club risers. They come to all the calls, they come to all the things. That's totally fine and it's okay. Maybe they don't want to grow. Maybe they want to stay here and that's okay. But you as a leader have to find, are you here? Are you wanting to rehire yourself and go in other places? So somebody said, when I'm reaching out to people, I feel like I'm baiting them, like I'm baiting and switching them, like, hey, how are you? And then all of a sudden bringing up the opportunity. Again, Robin Sullivan with her quote, she said, or no, this was Kyle. He said, I'm baiting you with an opportunity to change your life forever. I'm baiting you for an opportunity to change your life forever. So yes, if I'm baiting you, it's because I see more in you that other people won't tell you because they're too afraid or too scared to tell you. And I thought that was powerful in the fact that we see more in other people, which is why we're reaching out to them and why we aren't allowing somebody else in another company to do it before us, because we have more cojones, whatever you want to. I actually met the Mexican team there too. So I'll tell you more about that too. More of those to be able to talk to people because we're not afraid anymore. We're not scared. We have to send those messages even when we don't feel like it, because somebody else is going to take your Diamond Debbie. So don't, no, not that one. Comfort is the death in any business. I'm going to say that again. Comfort is the death in any business. So if you're staying comfortable, God is literally, he is giving you a gift in your hand right now. He's like, okay, Christy, okay, Sam, okay, Michelle and Ashley and Hannah, here's this gift for you. But if you're not going to use it, I will go find Susie that I know is going to use the gift that I've given you. And she's going to excel at that. I'm patient. I'm waiting for you to use it. But if you're just going to sit in it and not actually use the gift I've given you, I'm going to go find somebody that will, because you're here for a purpose. And if you're going to sit on that purpose, I need other people to rise up this kingdom and you're not doing it. So I'm going to go pass you up and I'm going to find somebody else. So if you're going to stay comfortable, you are literally creating death in your business and in your life. We're not here to be comfortable. We all know that in anything that we do. We're not here to be just right here. So keep moving forward, because it's the death in your company and in your life if you stay where you're at. Oh, don't walk your blessings. Again, Robin Sullivan, don't walk your blessings. As in the fact that like, you're just walking along. Yeah, it's fine. I got one more business build. Okay. Yeah, great. This is great. If you walk your blessings, then you're never going to see what it looks like when you run. Do not walk your blessings. She said, get 1% better every single day. So think of the things that, and I'm going to tell you the things that we're implementing in August, and it is going to be incredible. You're going to be mind blown, because I'm really excited of the things that we're going to start implementing. And the thing is you just need to do 1% more every single day. What's your non-negotiables? What's your elevated thoughts that you're going to continue to say every single day, so that you know when you wake up or go to bed, your thoughts are where they need to be. So what's that 1% difference that you can make? You're like, okay, I know this is what's holding me back. I'm going to do this one thing every single day to grow my business, so that I'm not staying in death. I'm staying in growth and life. I want life in my business. I want life in my life. And so moving in that 1%, because you either can go 1% worse or you can go 1% better. So know that that's the difference in that. You need to find that 1 degree in which shift you're going to make. What I want a lot of you guys to do, and hopefully everybody watching the recording does this too. I'm going to give you my address. I want you to send me a letter, and it's going to be a letter to yourself on where you want to be in the next 60 days. The next 60 days. So that is the end of September, where you want to be by the end of September. That's in your business. That's your points. That's in life. That's, I want to read a book because I keep pushing it off. It's whatever that is. I want you guys to write a letter to yourself in positive, like I am a blah, blah, blah. I'm excelling. I'm leading. I'm whatever that looks like that you're going to write to yourself. I want you to do that, because at the end of September, I'm going to mail it back to you. And then you're going to see where you're at in those next 60 days. And if you truly believe what you wrote down and allowed it to happen instead of excuses to happen, because you guys, I looked at August. I am home less than I'm not home at all, hardly in August. Like I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, I could allow excuses to stop me, but I'm not. I've got bathroom breaks. I've got all these things that I can still work my business in. And that's the beauty of this. So just know that there is a way to work. You just have to find it. I mean, even at camp, I wasn't allowed to have my phone, but I told the leaders, because of Christina and Julia and all the things, I was able to get my phone, because I wanted to show that I'm a leader. I wanted to follow the rules in that. And I did. But those times that I did go to the bathroom, I took my phone to make sure there wasn't a fire burning or an emergency that had, something that needed to happen. But you find those little nooks and crannies, even when you're away, if you can. But the beauty of this, though, is too, that this is a beautiful business in the way that you make it. So how do you want to grow your business? So remember that. Remember the one thing that you're going to start being consistent in as well. One thing, like for me, I can tell you for 7 years now, I have led this team call for 7 years by myself. Sometimes, like nobody shows up. It's the one thing I have not done, even if I had to work my own power hour. So what's the one thing that you're going to be consistent with every single day before you go to bed? That can be, I'm going to reach out to 5 people. I'm going to go live every single day. Whatever that is, you create that and be consistent in it. Because we need to set up the expectations of, like last night was book call. Book club. It was our last book club for the Self-Aware Leader. If you guys have not listened to that or read that, you need to. The Self-Aware Leader is powerful. It's right here. It's like tiny. It's like less than 3 hours of a read. We finished it last night on the end of the month. Did we want, me and Christina and Sarah want to show up? No, but we're leaders and we did. And we rocked that last book club because we set the intentions to finish it. And we wanted to finish strong in our business and in this book call. So set up anything that you say you're going to do, finish it. And that is something that I'm going to get extremely better at. Okay. I can go on and on and all that, all the things, but we're running out of time. And I will send as many pictures as I can with this, but, coaching is one, like I shared in our Faith and Ader page. Coaching is something I'm going to be doing, and it is going to be personal coaching. And I set a form on the page so that form, if you want coaching from me, that form is up until the 5th. And so if you get that coaching sheet in by the 5th, you get a coaching call. If you don't, there's no coaching call. So we'll do it again next month. But this is where you get coaching from me, and the fact of you get 30 minutes and we figure out where some leaks are or how I can help you grow or whatever that looks like. But some of those questions you might not want to answer, but answer them. Don't skip them. This is growth and figuring out where are these leaks and what we can do to help you move forward, not keep going backwards. So if you want that, that's available. But coaching is one thing that we're going to start implementing, where I'm just going to do that at the beginning of every month so that you know where you're going during the month. So, okay, the things that we're going to start implementing. We're already doing team calls and Carissa's on Tuesdays. That is staying. But the other thing that we're going to be doing on Monday nights is something called a VIP celebration. So this is a VIP call where you're going to have your brand new people come on. We're going to celebrate them and we're going to gift them. So let's say, Christy, you have somebody come on. And just everybody's Susie or Sally to me. So Sally comes on and she is hearing it. Think of it like Welcome to Plexus, but we are holding it. We're still having them come to Welcome to Plexus on Wednesdays. Don't shy away from that. This is just, we're also offering it so they're not waiting until Wednesday. So on Monday nights, just twice of a month. Right now, we're only doing it on the 14th. So that's the first one. So everybody write down the 14th is our very first VIP celebration call. This call is where you bring your VIP. You are offering them $5 or $10 Amazon card. You guys have to pour back into your business. If you make excuses on that, I mean, you have business building bonuses, and I get it. Every penny counts to me. Our school doubled in price. Like I get it, you guys, but your business building bonuses are paying for that and more. So get in that mindset of, okay, if I have Susie come to this call, I need to celebrate her. And I need to make sure that she gets gifted to something, because when she's coming to this call, she's going to be hearing the amazing opportunities that we have. She's going to be hearing about the product. She's going to be hearing testimonies from me, Christina, or whoever else is going to be sharing that night. She's going to be hearing more and seeing our culture in our team than she would if she's just in a group chat with you, right? It's going to be on a Zoom. And this is a powerful way for every single person to be gifted something for coming on. And so that is on the 14th. And so I encourage you to get every brand new person that you have. I don't care if it was 6 months ago, have them come to this call. It's going to be at 7:30. So we're trying to keep it streamlined. 7:30, Monday, the 14th. And then we'll do that again in September. But Monday, the 14th, 7 p.m. because I wanted to keep it 7:30 because we have 7:30 on Thursday too. So we're trying to keep it the same. The only thing that's different is 8:30, it's 7:30 and 8:30. Those are the two times I want you guys to remember. So the 14th is that first one. Also the 14th, we're going to start a new Silver and Six. We're going to continue to do that. Silver and Six, we're going to have that in a group chat. And then we're also going to have that in a group, because we know that some people might be better in a group or in a chat. And so we want to offer both and see which one is most successful this month. And then we'll see next month which one we're just going to continue to do, whether it's a chat or a group. So Silver and Six is going to be on the 14th again. So if you have somebody brand new that wants to start learning how to pay for their products or get $300, or they want $60 in product credit, you don't have to give them the money option. Some people might just want product credit. So talk about the product credit. It's $60 in product credit if they have 3 people. So 2, 4, 6, 3 people is $20 each. So that'll be Silver and Six, and they can learn how to post and learn those things that we do in the Silver and Six. We're going to continue those series. And then after that week, so on the 21st, the Gold series will start. And so we'll have that Gold series be that next. So if those people want to continue and learn more and they've gotten Silver in that first week, we're going to help them go Gold that next week. This is something we're going to start slowly onboarding our people and getting them used to coming to. And this is something we need to do. We should be going Silver every single month for ourselves. I don't care if I'm an Emerald. I'm always pushed to add 3 people every single month. And so I always try to make myself go Silver. So I will be doing those series with you. Okay. Then Tuesday nights, still team call. That is not going away. That is still the same. I'm never changing that. The only thing I changed was the time. So 8:30. But Carissa's call is still 7:45. So I mean, if hers hovers over, I'm still starting at 8:30. Like I'm trying to stick to time. So mine will be 8:30 on Tuesday nights, always. Then Wednesday, you have Welcome to Plexus. And I'm posting a calendar. I'm almost done with it. I'll post a calendar on our Faithinator page and pin it to the top so you can always go back to it as well. So Welcome to Wednesday is another opportunity for your brand new people or potentials to come and listen to corporate. And so that's always Wednesdays. And so remember that we want to work smarter, not harder in trying to create all our own things. Because could you imagine if one day you have to lead these calls and you're like, oh, why didn't I have people join the, Plexus ones? Start having people look at the Plexus ones too. Instead of waiting an extra week or so to join ours. Does that make sense? Like you want them in something as often as you can and whatever is next. Okay. And then Thursday. So Thursday, we're still doing, an opportunity something, but Messenger's not working, you guys. I'm seeing that. I don't think Messenger's working very well. I think this is the time for this again. So we're going to be doing opportunity Zooms, 7:30 on Thursdays. And so that time when we had Messenger events, it will be opportunity events like this to where people are going to be sharing their testimony, almost like the Monday VIP call, but this is for potentials and we're allowing people to come in here and there'll be dedicated ones. So like the first one that we're going to have is going to be teachers. The next one's going to be like nurses, like it's going to be highlighted on what those are going to look like. And so our first one will be Thursday. And so I'm working on that. That will be 7:30. And then we have group coaching at 8:30. So always remember 7:30, 8:30. And so 8:30 will be group coaching to where it'll be 30 minutes and we're just going to tackle any coaching that you might need or any questions you might have, whatever. That'll be 8:30. And then that's it. So know that there's nothing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so just a business works well when there's systems. And that's something that I want to continue to do and continue to offer is good systems that is easy for you to remember. Okay. Do y'all have questions on any of that really quick? Okay. I saw that Carissa's doing a reset group and I did not know when. Does anybody know the dates on that?
She's got one for the 8th through the 10th and then the 22nd through the 24th.
Oh, so she's doing two. Okay.
Which I liked that last month and it worked really well because I had people that like missed out on the first one and then it just enabled me to get more momentum. That I didn't have anybody join the second one this last time, but I did it and it's been good because it's been able to drip more in that.
I love it. Okay. Cause I was trying to figure out what to do for a group wise this month as well. And I knew that I had saw something, I didn't know where, of a reset group. So if we like the reset groups, we can continue those and do that with Carissa. But I'm also thinking of doing something easy to where, I don't know if Julia's not on here, but Julia was talking about how we literally just motivate and share Pivotal, the meals, and like walking, right? And like, that's it. And so I think that we're not utilizing the things that Plexus give us. So I was thinking of doing a group for that towards the end of the month, like the 28th, everybody, joins on the 28th. So we have all month to promote it to where it's like, hey, you want to join our, easy chat. I don't know. I haven't thought of the title or anything, but it's literally, we're having them work out every single day. We're having them then use a meal that's in Pivotal and then take their products, like simple. And so I'm working on that and I'll let you know when, but I'm thinking that towards the end of the month. And it could be a reset too. I don't know. So I would love to hear your feedback on that, maybe in the chat or pop in right now and kind of tell me your thoughts on that. But that's kind of where my head is going with that. Okay. I think that's it on that. Anything. So I want to shout out some awesome wins last month. And I have a sheet. Hang on. Let me pull this up. So one, Christy went senior silver, which is incredible, you guys. So she went fast start senior silver. So did Sam. Hello. So we have two amazing girls that went senior silver last month and fast start. So I'm super, super proud of you girls. Cannot wait for this month and where you're going. Just know this is where the duplication starts. This is where you start creating those silvers and don't be shy or scared of it so that you can continue moving to gold. So the best way, the analogy that I heard was going gold is you helping 4, help 4. So that's you're helping each person have 4 people help. So 4, help 4. Easy analogy. Okay. The other thing is Hannah had amazing growth last month. I don't have the exact number. I can calculate it. Hang on. I have it right here. Either way, she grew her business, which is incredible. Yep. She grew by 23 points, and 23 points is huge in any business. So congratulations, Hannah. I'm super proud of you. Julia also grew about the same too. So way to go, Julia. I know you're not on here. And then Shara grew incredible. I did a shout out for her because she went and I think she grew like 18 points, which is amazing for where she's at, you guys. And then also we had Rachel Colley added 4, and I know she's not on here, but she added 4 in literally the last few hours. Like she did that magic post and she gained a ton of people. And so she grew and she actually re-hit senior silver and was getting closer to gold. We had Stacy also grow. She had a new girl, Marina, that I helped never shy away from doing Zoom calls or Facebook Messenger calls. I grabbed on to 2 of hers. She had 2 brand new people, and I just sat there and listened and helped ask questions, and it was the best. And I think that that's where we're missing retention, is we're not getting people face to face. And I literally helped these people. I did their order and I shared the screen and I did their order. I didn't even know who they were. And I was like, okay, credit card, please. And they gave it to me. Everything all right there in shared screen, you guys. So don't shy away from it, because I didn't know these people from Adam, but now they know who I am and they saw my character. They saw my heart and everything. So get people on the phone and try to do and walk them through that journey on Zoom or Facebook Messenger. You can share your screen on Facebook Messenger. I learned that on the call, because I was like, oh, I don't think you can share on Facebook Messenger. Let's go ahead and go on Zoom and I can help you. And then I was like, well, hang on, let's play around for a second. It was a little dot, and it says share screen. I'm like, okay, so now we're all learning. You just have to be willing to find it. Okay. I'm trying to, Ashley Scott, also really, really close, you guys, to senior silver. That is a hard jump going from silver to senior silver. So no, Christy and Sam, amazing. And same with Ashley. I know you're not on, so I'm just super, super proud of you for getting extremely close. You have no idea. And then Michelle grew by a lot, being sick. Look at her right now. She's like, I'm going to bed. She grew though. She didn't let excuses stop her, because if you're sick in bed, what are you going to do? Right. So proud of you, Michelle. You grew, and I love that. We had a lot of growth in our business last month. A lot of people, even Patricia. I miss Patricia. But you guys, Patricia did her own reset group. She didn't wait for a reset group to happen. Yeah, she messaged me and she's like, so I found an old one and I just did one for a few of my girls. It was me and a few of my girls, and we just did a reset group. And now I think I'm going to do a walking group because I love it. And I'm like, way to lead, Patricia. What in the world? And so know that there's opportunities. You just have to do them sometimes. And so she did her own reset group because she missed out on the other. And so she just went ahead and did her own. So I'm super proud. Super proud. Rachel Ross also grew. There was just several. Teresa, she popped off, but she's driving from St. Louis. So Teresa actually hit silver last month, and I'm super excited for her too. I can't wait to keep, helping her grow and all the things. But no, this is the last month for Leaders Retreat Cruise, you guys. The last month. Don't let that stop you. There are a lot of spots still. A lot. Like the song, it's a lot, like a lot. So don't be like, well, it's the last month, I probably don't have a spot. You have a spot. It's just, are you willing to get uncomfortable to make your spot, right? Make your spot happen. I don't care if you're at 100 points. Make it happen. What would you do? What can you do differently that you've been doing that you're like, well, this isn't working. What else can I start doing right now? Think of those things. And if you need help, that's what the coaching call is for, and I will help you. So anything else that you have questions on or that you want to talk about? I want to hear wins from last month that you felt like you did. And then I want to hear your goals for this month. So a win and a goal. And anything else. and then we'll end it here in just a few minutes.
Sitting here trying to figure out how to unmute. um, my win would be that I pushed through some feeling rough, but sometimes I feel like that's kind of cheating, because when I started feeling better, I mean, what do you have to do when you're stuck in your room, isolated anyway? But I was very thankful for that time that I was able to spend in prayer. So sometimes I wonder, did God stop me? Did I need to be stopped for some of that? So that was good. And I'm hitting senior silver. That's my goal.
Yes, you are, girl. Now the thing is to try to figure out, when you have that goal of senior silver, now it's like, how are we going to make that happen? So what does that look like? Like, I'm going to invite people to the opportunity calls, or I'm going to have my customers do a shout out post, or I'm going to do an event for my customers. Like, start thinking of what that looks like to get you to senior silver.
Okay.
What she said, I want to pause for a second. You guys, if you have not thought about the prayer retreat, I highly recommend it. It's at the end of this month. And it's exactly what she said. Sometimes we don't allow ourselves to be quiet enough to listen to what he has for us. And that is what the prayer retreat is all about. And so it's the 24th to the 27th. It's here in Branson, Missouri. And I have somebody flying out from California, you guys. So no, it can happen if you really feel the nudge to be there. God is going to do amazing things at home, and I cannot wait, because here's the thing. We as women sometimes make ourselves too busy, that the only time God can get to us is in our dreams. So we're going to make time for him to finally smack you on the face that weekend, and I cannot wait. And I'm going to be sharing, helping you figure out your giftings, not in just Plexus. This is not Plexus. It's literally everything. So, okay. Anyway, who else? A win from last month and what your goals are this month.
Okay, I can go. So my win for last month was hitting Fast Start Senior Silver. So I was like the last week, and I actually had a customer return their products because she lost her job. And so I was at 50, it dropped me down to 44. And I was like, I'm so close. But then I had someone else order. And so that put me right back up to that spot. But my goals would be, I need to do personal development every day. I know that's where I struggle most, is taking the time to read things for myself. And then I like the idea of having customers do shout out posts. I have asked in the past and no one has done it yet. So I will just keep doing that. And then I would like to add 3 more people again. So that's all I got so far.
I like it. And I like the shout out posts. And if you guys need an idea, in the giveaway that I did for the Stanley dubbed mug, there is a graphic in the bottom of that. And so that is a perfect example of what you can have your customers say. Obviously tell them to make it sound like them. We don't want it to be like robot-y.
Did you already pick a winner?
No, not yet. I haven't had a chance. So that's my next thing.
I just wondered.
Unless somebody else wants to put everybody's name in and do a random wheel thingy for me. I haven't had a chance.
Good, but I don't know how to make a wheel.
Oh, so I'll tell you, on Google, there is I just type in random name picker wheel. Sounds great, right? And then I click on the link, and then I put everybody's name in, and I click go, and I screen record it. So I click go, and then it picks somebody. So
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I like it. Okay. Win and goals.
Okay, I can share mine. So I think my biggest win this last month was not giving up, not stopping. The month did not go the way I wanted to, more of like personally, like things did not sticking to my own non-negotiables was not a win. Like there was times of like, regardless of what happened, it's just like what happened was just so overwhelming, if that makes sense, that it was just sticking with my non-negotiables. So that's a goal this next month, is that my non-negotiables are not negotiable. And so I've got to actually do them, because I'm really good at justifying not doing things, really good. And so this last month I've done so much better, but that's one thing. Like I had like a whole week where I didn't get to work. We just had thing after thing after thing after thing. And so I am getting back into it. It's still like relearning learning new good habits. So like, but not stopping, like just because that happened, I still didn't, like the last week of the month, I still kept working. I didn't just say like, oh, well, the end of the month's here, that's the end. I kept doing whatever I need to do, regardless of what the response was going to be. So it's a big win, because I never would do that before. So, my goal, like, I feel like I have like huge aspirations for this next month, and I have no idea what to pinpoint. Like, but I really, really, really want to shoot for senior silver, and I don't care if I make it or if I don't make it, like senior silver, senior gold. I really like, and I don't mean it like that, but I mean, like, I'm not going to take the mindset of like, oh, that's so big and don't, that's a lot. I don't want to take that mindset. Like, I'm going to shoot for it. And even if I miss, I'm going to land closer than where I am today. And so that's just what I'm going for. But that means like, I really am shooting for like at least 8 personal recruits and like 2 senior silver people underneath me and 4 silver people underneath me. And so I want to help some people double rank this next month. So that's what I really would love to see happen.
Did y'all see Trisha Rieger's call that I posted? Okay, here's the thing. When you have a set focus and you have so much energy beside that focus, it happens. The moment you lose that energy, people, think of it. Like I could watch dancing videos all day long because of the energy. I could watch somebody being excited in a reel because of the energy. And so the more energy you create beside your goals, they happen.
Exactly. And I feel like any post that I do where, especially my stories, the stories where I am showing excitement and I'm doing like a boomerang thing, or I'm doing a video, or I'm talking, so much more engagement with people than anything else. And I've had so many people this last month message me like, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? And people who I never would have like thought, like some of them probably did, like I would have thought to message them, but I hadn't yet. And it's so refreshing and refilling to my cup and helping me have more energy, because I know people are seeing it. It doesn't matter if they're messaging you. It doesn't matter if you're touching them all the time. They're seeing it and they're watching it. And just you continuing to show up to that has been like, me continuing to show up to it has been huge this last month. And people, because I sent it to Cassie earlier. I had someone randomly message me, somebody who I've added as a friend this last month, because like in our church and stuff, like whenever you friend one person, they have like 150 friends that are like mutual friends. And this lady, I had a ton of mutual friends with, like, I feel like I've probably met this person before. So I added her, and she randomly messaged me today saying, hey, did somebody tell you about me? That's what she said. And like, are you doing Plexus? And apparently she did Plexus back in 2016, 2017. And so we're starting to talk about that now, after figuring out who we know and how we know each other, type of thing. So I don't know. I guess that's another win. Showing up on social media in a positive way has been great. I say I'm anxious for my goals, because it's kind of the same thing that you said, Cassie, earlier about I look at the end of next month, I want to make sure I don't regret anything. I don't have any regrets on what I did and how I did it, because when I look back, I'm going to do the best that I can do the entire month and give everything I've got for the whole month.
Yes. So I was saying, anytime you guys get a good message, what you should do is take their name out and post it in your stories, because people need to see that people are actually doing this and sharing with you or having great results. So if you have a customer having great results, pop it in your stories, take out their name and be like, man, I love all these customer comments I'm getting, or man, I love these messages that I keep receiving, things like that, because it builds anticipation. And it builds credibility, because then people are seeing like, wow, there's people getting results on what she's doing. So share those things in your stories.
Tell me this, sorry, I know that Hannah and Ashley haven't gone yet, but on that, what do you do for, so what do you do? It makes me nervous sharing it without asking. Do you just go do it? Okay, because I mean, I obviously will take their name out. I'm not gonna do that, but
Because here's the thing, most times it's gone in 24 hours and most people don't see it. But if not, I've already taken their name out. So as long as it's not extremely private information. Oh,
because
yeah.
like Brooke watches every single story of mine and comments on like tons of them. So like, which is great because I want to do more business stuff in it because she really needs to just jump.
Yeah, well, and just say that like these messages excite me. Like make it exciting that her messages excite you and you are loving it. Like a word of affirmation, you know what I mean? So okay, who else? And I love Sam, I just read your comfort zone is the casket that you bury your dreams in. I was like, oh, I think I remember you saying that a while back. I was like, it's still good, even a little bit later. It's still good. Okay, who else? Ashley, Hannah. Maybe Ashley's working. I'm not for sure. Okay. All right, Hannah is typing hers. Well, I know mine. Mine is to re-rank. We got closer, but we grew by 100 points, so that's huge. So my goal is to re-rank Emerald, but go beyond that, like go past Emerald this month, and to add 3 people, to help 3 go silver, to help as many as I can re-rank or go like to a new rank. Because that's my thing is I'm going to make sure that my business is taken care of first and then pour into my, you guys and stuff. So making sure that my customers are taken care of, having them do shout out posts, and helping them know about the opportunity. So I have a new Gen Zer. You guys, I had an old moment. Like I literally signed her up on the phone. I was like, hey, what's your birthday? She's like, oh, March 11th of 2002. And I'm like, I graduated high school then. That was the year I graduated high school. And I literally felt like an old woman when you're like, oh my gosh, that's the year I graduated school. And I'm like, I just said that. And anyway, I brought up the opportunity with her. I was at girls camp with her and she was one of the leaders. And she's like, actually, I'll be finishing college soon. And it could be a great thing. Let's chat. And I'm like, see, I brought it up and there's a possibility. We have a phone call tomorrow. I don't like phone calls, you guys. They're not my favorite, but I'm doing them because I've been avoiding them. So I'm going to do them.
phone calls are the best.
I know, but I keep avoiding them. So there you go. Your own leader telling you right now, help me stay accountable. I'm doing phone calls. So, okay. Hannah, her win was, I didn't give up, worked through some tough things and will hit Ruby this month and earn the cruise. Yes, you will, my friend. Okay. So Ruby and the cruise, what are the things you're going to implement this month that you're like, this is going to happen? These are the things that are going to make those things happen. Oh, there's a fire emoji. Hang on. How'd you do that? Oh, see, I'm going to do the clap.
Just because it's cool, you can hit the emoji thing and then there's 3 little buttons on the right. You can put any emoji.
I just see that. I like it. There's a lot more things with Zoom that I know. There's like a whiteboard you can write and all these stuff. I'm basic. I'm like, let's get on the call and I can hit record. We can work on the other stuff another time. Not my thing right now. Okay, Ashley, are you there or no? Why Hannah's typing. If not, we all going to be messaging her and be like, all right, Ashley, we're all your accountability sisters. What's your goals? What was your win? Things like that. Okay, duplicate, add people for the reset challenges and working on another idea focused around teachers and duplicate. All right. I like it. Okay, girl. I think I got everybody's. So Ruby and Cruz. Okay. All right, ladies, I'm super proud of you. We're 5 minutes over, but I appreciate you. And let's go crush August. I'm going to post that calendar so you'll have all of when these opportunity things are and plug people into the corporate things. No, welcome to Wednesdays are on Wednesdays. Like, welcome to Plexus. Get all of your people. I don't care if they joined 6 months ago. Get them on that. And you can send the recording. If they can't watch that, send them the recording after this Wednesday. It is posted in your back office a few days after. So send them the recordings. And then no, there's good things this month. We just got to tap into it and start getting into action. So, okay. Love you, ladies. Let's go rock this month. And also forgot one more thing. On these calls, we're going to be sharing it now with Christina. So Christina and I have like powered up. I love, love, love her. We have the same love for the Lord and we have the same vision for both of our teams. And we're like, why aren't we doing this together? Like, God connected us several months ago, probably about 8 months ago. And it's just become a beautiful partnership. And so on the opportunity calls and on the Silver and Six and stuff, we'll be doing those things together. But like team call, things like that are always going to be us. But on certain things, it'll be together. And I'm really excited to have our teams link. And so on our opportunity calls, no, if you're like, I need to find a teacher, she's got teachers on her team. If you need to find a nurse if we've got to do these, we're all going to start taking turns leading this. It's not always going to be me. I'm going to be having y'all help me lead these calls. And so know that that's going to be an opportunity for you too here soon. So, okay. All right. Love you, ladies. And we will talk soon. Bye, guys.